it's Hannah Ellis here. Welcome back to Cowboy Coffee. We're super excited to start Cowboy Coffee back up so that we can share important news with you about the fall semester, as well as things you have to look forward to in the upcoming semester and some exciting things we have planned. So today I am joined by Riley Talamantes. She is the new ASUW President. And today I'm just going to ask Riley some questions about what we can expect for the fall semester and what we can look forward to. So Riley, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Hello. Yes. So I'm Riley. I am an out-of-state student. I'm from Whittier, California, and Boise, Idaho. I am a senior studying political science and statistics. I came to the University of Wyoming not just because of the low cost, but the very high opportunity that there is here academically and the various groups I participate on in campus. I've been a member of the debate team since I was a freshman. I've been involved in ASUW heavily, so I would say that I'm pretty involved in campus.
What will course delivery look like for classes across campus this fall?
So the university will be offering a 15-week-long semester with classes beginning August 24th and then ending December 4th. And so after Thanksgiving break, we won't be coming back and we're going to complete a lot of our finals online. But for every student, we'll be offered a combination of online classes as well as face-to-face learning. For instance, if I am a student taking organic chemistry or ceramics, I could have my lectures all online while my lab or studio component is face-to-face with certain social distancing guidelines in place. Professors right now are in the process of talking with their department heads to really figure out what their class is going to look like, if it's going to be online or also have that face-to-face component. And that information will be emailed out to students in the next several weeks.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing more about what the classes will look like in the fall. So along those lines, what would a day-to-day look like for a student coming back in the fall? For example, what norms are going to look maybe a little bit different?
If you look at the last Cowboy Coffee video, VP Chestnut kind of gave you a glimpse into what a first-year student's or a residence life student's day-to-day may look like. But as a student who lives off of campus and commutes here, things will look a little bit different. One of the biggest norms that is going to change is that you will have to wear a mask or a face covering when you're on campus. So when that means you're in the lecture hall, you're in the union, getting some food, you're in the library, you have to be wearing a face covering to be present in those spaces. Students will still get access to all the resources that they pay for on campus, even if some of them have shifted to an online component. So for instance, our computer labs will stay open with social distancing guidelines. If you need books from the library, you can go ahead and get them online or pick them up at Co. If you want to go to a football game or any other kind of athletic events, you'll have to follow athletics, health and safety guidelines. But really all of these logistics with each facet of campus is going to be ironed out in the summer so that students can come back and have a college experience.
Why is it so important for students to follow these health and safety guidelines that are in place for the fall?
So we're trying to keep each other safe while still having a college experience. I think following all of these guidelines that the university and public health officials have put out for us ensures that the university doesn't have to do what it did last spring, which is move to fully online for health and safety reasons. It is really up to the student body, the faculty, the staff, people who are constantly on campus to really help cultivate this culture about following certain guidelines so that our peers and the people we work with don't get sick. There is a chance that we will have students on campus who get sick when they come back here. However, to minimize the impact of those cases, we all have to do our part by following those guidelines, socially isolating if we have symptoms, all of which are necessary in ensuring that our community is healthy and safe.
Thank you, Riley. I agree that that's super important that we all work together to keep each other safe. So following up with that, how can students support each other when it comes to the new requirements for safety?
Well, students can support each other by demonstrating within their own friend groups what is the right thing to do. If you see your friend not wearing a face mask or a face covering, or maybe going out and hanging out with large groups of people, you should let them know that this is not the right move to keeping people safe and that there is a risk of doing that. We have to support each other by reinforcing these notions that following these guidelines is essential to keeping our community safe and healthy.
Definitely. I completely agree. We can all stand up and be leaders within our own groups of people that we know and will see frequently during the fall. So one more question for you. What advice do you have for other students for the fall semester?
So my best advice would be to be safe and follow the rules. This plan was created with a lot of care and attention to what public health officials are saying right now, and we can only have an in-person semester if students help follow these rules. So this means don't just listen to the university, but listen to the Wyoming Public Health Department and the Center for Disease Control. They have been telling folks that they still need to be wearing masks when they go out, and I highly encourage that you all do, even if you find it a bit of a nuisance. Wash your hands frequently, limit non-essential travel, and limit the contact you have with large groups of people. I think following all of these guidelines are essential to making the fall return process go a lot more smoothly. I appreciate having the opportunity and the time to just talk about the importance of health and safety guidelines moving forward.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Riley. We really appreciate it, and you had great advice and knowledge about the fall. And so I know that me and a lot of other students are looking forward to coming back for the fall semester and having a normal college experience, or as normal as you can be right now. So thank you again for joining me today and answering these questions.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Hannah. Go Pokes!